Welcome back to another Sophisticated Saturday where together we work through my to-do list and get stuff done around the house. I need to actually get my to-do list done, and together I haven't done that in advance for today's video and for the rest of the day. But I have a few things that I want to get done just picking up. We have a high chair I need to build, some food that I'm gonna make, and just a lot of random stuff as usual. So let's get to making that to-do list.
So this is 27, it doesn't matter what I've been.
Like I said, I am working on that to-do list, writing out everything that I need to get done today. I like using these whiteboards just because I don't waste paper. I can erase them as I check things off. I truly use this board every single day to write out my to-do list, or if I'm on the phone, little notes and stuff. It is available in my sophisticated shop on my website. If you are interested, it says Make Today Sophisticated and has my little logo at the bottom too. But with that list done, let's get started and right into it. You can see Owen is hanging out in his room here on the floor while I am pulling out more of his clothing that is too small and doesn't fit him anymore. He's growing. He's getting so big. He's 7 months old now, which is just crazy to me. So all of that clothing that's like the 3 to 6 size, he's pretty much growing out of. So I'm pulling most of that out. Some of it he still fits into, but a lot of it I can take out and move some of the next size up as well.
So this is 27. Start the music, kill the silence. Let my mind rest.
We got a few hand-me-downs from my brother and sister-in-law because Owen has twin nephews that are just 6 months older than him. So they gave us some of their stuff, and I'm sorting through everything, just moving those next sizes up, as well as refolding everything and making sure it is sorted in categories that make sense for us and we can find what we need quickly.
Where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, had you by my side. It was all I ever needed, but couldn't realize. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. I let it slip somehow.
So the top drawer is where I keep things that are his current size, and then the middle drawer is sometimes half his current size, things like swimsuits or stuff that he doesn't wear often, as well as some things that he's about to grow into. And then the way bottom drawer is things that are way too large for him, sizes that are far off in the future. There's some for when he's like a toddler, like 2 years old. So that way I know not to grab those items. I wanted to make sure those are in order, so next time I go to pull the next larger size, I have what I need. And I brought Owen to sit next to me. You could see he was staring at the camera, laying on the floor there, and was being such a good little helper. So I'm going to drag that bin out and put it in our guest room. I've been using part of the closet to store his extra clothing.
Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, had you by my side. It was all I ever needed, but couldn't realize. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. I let it slip somehow.
Today's sweet treat was a peach blackberry cobbler. So I'm starting with half a cup of white sugar, 1 cup of flour, and half a cup of packed brown sugar. Then I added in 2 teaspoons of baking powder and half a teaspoon of salt.
I can see the way you're sitting quietly.
Mix all of that up, and then it's time to add in the wet ingredients. So you need 3/4 of a cup of milk, which I used almond milk, but you can use any milk that you have on hand, as well as half a cup of melted butter, which I just stuck in the microwave to melt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. The other thing that's going to go into this peach blackberry cobbler, which is I think a really nice added touch, is some fresh basil. So I went out to my little garden there and clipped some from the basil plant. I love having these plants here. It is so nice to have fresh herbs and not have to spend a lot of money at the grocery store to get a pack of basil every single time that it's in one of my recipes. I can just pop outside, clip whatever I need, and grab it and head back to the kitchen. But while I'm out here, I might as well water them. That is the most difficult part, is remembering to water the plants every day and just keep the soil moist so I actually have those fresh herbs to use. So I took that moment to water them, brought them inside, quickly rinsed them off, and then I'm going to chop up the basil because you need a 1/4 cup of fresh chopped basil to add into that mixture.
Take me back from where I came, 'cause it doesn't matter now. We're nothing but illusions. I can be so cynical.
I also just got a new thing to help me hopefully garden a little bit. Garden probably isn't the right word, but to keep live fresh herbs inside during the winter time. I'm sure I will be sharing that with you guys once I get it and once the temperatures get a little bit cooler and my plants outside die. But it's a cool like automatic water system, and you can select which herbs you want to grow in your kitchen. I think it can even grow some fruits and veggies. I saw that you could get something to grow romaine lettuce in it, but stay tuned for that because I'm going to try it out with you, but I'm really excited to try that.
We're nothing but illusions. I can be so cynical, but something about you makes me feel that.
Okay, did anybody notice my baking error there? I completely forgot to spray my pan. I forgot to butter it or do something. So make sure you use cooking spray or butter or whatever, and then pour in your batter. Finally, you're just going to take your peaches and cut them into slices. About 2 large peaches should be good, into 1/4 to 1 inch thick pieces. Slice them up, and then you are going to add them with a cup of fresh blackberries and arrange them into your pan.
Can't afford to let you in. But we're bad. So what's the harm in
I did this without looking at the image from the recipe, but the image from the recipe had them more vertically and like stuck in and sunk into the dough. I laid them horizontally and flat on top of the dough. I don't think it really matters. It turned out great. But I sprinkled those berries on top of the peaches, add another 2 tablespoons of melted butter on top, top it with some cinnamon sugar, and then you can stick it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes, and then let it transfer to a cooling rack and cool for about 30 minutes before you jump in and eat, if you can wait that long.
you still have that halo, you should let it go. Don't stop. I love it when you touch.
In the meantime, we were having burgers for lunch. This was a version of a Shake Shack burger, but I used potato buns and was slicing up some fresh tomatoes while those were on the stovetop, browning up just a little bit. The recipe I used did not call for fresh avocado, but I had some fresh avocado. Don't want it to go bad, and I love avocado on my burgers.
Can't resist you. Baby, I don't mind you calling. Still awake in my bed. Say the things you shouldn't be saying. I don't want you to act like you still have that halo.
I'm building us little plates back there with our buns and our tomatoes and avocados, and then I'm going to get the meat together. It surprisingly didn't, or maybe not surprisingly. I don't make burgers that often, but these ones, it literally just said to take the meat and to put it into balls, flatten them out a bit. These are big burgers because each of those containers was a pound of meat. So each burger is a half pound of meat. Then I rinsed my hands off and put some salt and pepper on them and tossed them on the extra hot skillet there. I put them down, salt and pepper side down, and then put a little more salt and pepper on the top part as well. Again, the recipe said to use American cheese. I chose cheddar cheese. Basically, I'm saying that I did not follow this recipe at all, except for the fact that I made some Shake Shack sauce and also made some regular fries and sweet potato chips almost. After we finished up with lunch, it was time for me to get to building Owen's new high chair. I really, really wanted this high chair, but it is so pricey. It's one of the more expensive high chairs. And then I saw it was going to be on sale for the Nordstrom sale and kind of jumped on the opportunity, hoping it's going to be a bit of an investment piece. I've done some research on baby feeding and stuff and really wanted a high chair where Owen could have a footrest so he could sit in a proper position. I liked the way this one pulled up to our table a lot better, just a whole lot about it. And I think it being a solid wood piece, it's just going to have more longevity than our other high chair does. And plus, if we do end up having multiple kids or something, we may end up needing 2 high chairs in the future anyway. I know it's ridiculous that we have 2 high chairs now, but this is the one that I really wanted, and I was so excited to find it on sale. One of the downsides I've heard about this high chair, though, is that every time you need to adjust it, which is pretty often, as you can tell, there are rungs all the way up the high chair so that you can adjust their seat and the foot plate and all of this stuff so that it fits their body as they grow. It sounds like it's a little bit of a pain to adjust it, and you have to take out that little Allen wrench thing to change it every single time. I think I did end up tightening it up a little bit too much because I had to undo it more to get that seat to fit in properly. But with a little bit of finesse and Jim popping in there to check and make sure I was getting it done and he didn't need to help. I like being able to try and build stuff myself. He was working outside while I was doing this, so we were kind of tag teaming getting stuff done while Owen was napping, but I was eventually able to figure it out and it fit him perfectly. Okay, so I have Owen here. He has his new Lovevery Play Kit for 7 to 8 months, and he is now 7 months. So we're gonna check out the new toys that he got. Yeah, we're gonna see what he got. So, okay, the 7 and 8 month Play Kit is called the Inspector, and as usual, they always have all of the different things on the inside that you're going to receive. We have been loving these just to kind of like limit the amount of toys that he has. It's a no-brainer for finding toys that work for him and that are appropriate for his age. I will always have in the description box where I share his Lovevery toys, he already wants to play with them, a link to them if you're interested, as well as this play gym right here that he plays at all the time. So actually you can tell we have cups all over the place. He's been really into these stacking cups, so this is fun. They give you a set of stacking cups and they have some holes in the bottom, so that could be fun with we got him a baby pool so we can have fun with that. They are nesting, stacking, drip drop cups. And he's already very into it. Let's see what else you got. Okay, you got, what is this? This is a treasure basket with felt balls that go in it. Then he also got some wooden balls that look like they go. Oh, and look. They kind of roll down a little ramp here, so that's fun. And, oh, a little puzzle, just like a one-piece puzzle. Did we open all these things? What's in here? Okay, this is a very Montessori thing. It is a drinking cup. So we're just starting to drink some water, and I know it's really beneficial to teach kids to use an open cup. So we'll try practicing with this cup. It's metal, so we can't break that. That is nice. What else? What else? What else? Oh, we got a book. My first signs. Okay, so we've been starting to do some sign language with Owen, and this is teaching baby sign language. It has hungry, eat, drink, milk, more. Oh, this is interesting. Help me get down. All done. Kind of all the basic baby sign language that you might need. So that's awesome. And then what have it? Oh, you're having fun with your cups. And then some flashcards. Oh, and these are cool. They're like tactile flashcards. So the shoes have laces. This hat has some yarn there, so that'll be fun. And then, as always, it comes with a play guide here. So it explains all of the different things that your baby's going to be going through in months 7 to 8 in this case, as well as how to use all of the different toys that they give you, and some other ideas for how to entertain your baby, even if it's not with their toys. We've really liked using these. I let my nanny read these and get some ideas as well for how to play with Owen. But we are going to clean up this disaster, because before I opened up all of the new toys, there were toys everywhere. So we might do a little bit of a toy rotation and put some old ones away and get to playing with the new ones, because he seems very into the cups. Owen's now been sitting up for a while, so I feel like I can leave him sitting on the mat as I kind of go around and clean up. And yes, this is a mat that he's sitting on. It's not just a rug. It's like a foam squishy mat that's meant for kids. I really like that it's something that looks beautiful and blends in with our decor, but it's also functional for him and will grow with him as he starts crawling and stuff. But if he does take a little tip over, it's squishy, so it's fine for him to flop over. Although now he sits up so well that he doesn't really fall over anymore. And he really does enjoy sitting up, so I let him sit up a lot and just play with his cups or play with any of his toys. And you can see he's staring at the camera like usual, saying hi. But it was time for me to hand him off to Jim for a little while. We kind of tag team back and forth. Owen still takes 2, sometimes 3 naps a day, so he's napping a lot during the day as I'm filming these videos, but I needed to get the dishes put away and clean up the kitchen a little bit. The never-ending task. We do run the dishwasher every single night. I've mentioned that a bunch of times before, so I hadn't emptied the dishwasher yet this morning. We are constantly running the dishwasher because of how much I cook and bake. We run it honestly at least once a day, typically every night. Then I empty it in the morning and then fill it up throughout the day, run it again at night. I've kind of explained that process before, and it sounds like a lot of you do that as well. But sometimes, depending on how much I cook or bake that day, especially on a Saturday when I'm meal prepping and just doing a lot more than I usually do during the week, I end up adding an additional dishwasher run, which actually sometimes throws me off my schedule a little bit.
I remember thinking the worst at first, but you made me think it was in my head. Yeah, you just said that I was crazy. I thought that I was crazy. I can't sleep alone, 'cause if I do, I'll think of you. The nights are so long, wondering if you miss me too. I'm losing myself in the city sounds. For a while I'm fine, but as soon as it gets quiet, I know I'm screwed. Ooh, I can hear my own heart breaking, hear my heart break to you.
The other area that was a little bit of a mess was my bedroom. I had clothes that I was terrible about and didn't fold. I try my best to stay on top of laundry, and the second it comes out of the dryer, I like to fold it and just get it put away and taken care of. But like most people, a lot of times we do the wash and we're really great about it, and then the second the clothing's done, it sits in the dryer for who knows how long. Maybe it sits there the rest of the day, maybe it stays there the next day or a couple of days, or we even pull out our laundry. A lot of times you'll see me fold in our guest room. Jim had taken care of folding his laundry, and it was just me that hadn't folded my laundry yet. There wasn't a lot of it because I just did one load, but I needed to take that extra little time, fold up those couple of pieces, and put them away into my dresser. I know I declutter often, but I'm sure, like you guys, you tend to wear the same things over and over and over again. Especially with working from home, I feel like I'm constantly washing the same things and avoiding other items in my wardrobe. Even now, after having a baby, I'm starting to understand that there was certain clothing that didn't fit me when I was pregnant, so I didn't wear it then. And now there's certain clothing that I feel like I don't like the way that it looks on my body, or I'm uncomfortable in it. And I'm starting to contemplate doing like another round of decluttering some of my clothing. We also washed the sheets. This is typically something that I do every Sunday, but I happened to do it this Saturday because Owen was hanging out in our bed and spilt a little bit of milk in there. Sometimes our cleaning schedule does get a bit off by a day or two because something like that happens, like there's milk in our bed and we have to wash the sheets a day earlier than we usually would. Then I just go 8 days instead of 7 days between washing sheets. Or I do have a schedule for washing my light laundry and our dark laundry. But again, sometimes there's a certain situation where I need to wash it a day earlier. So maybe it's unusually full. Maybe there's something that needs to be washed that one of us needs to wear. And usually getting off schedule like that is fine and doesn't completely throw off my cleaning routine. I do on Saturdays, however, every other Saturday typically wash our cleaning rags. So I had put those through the wash. That I use more of a heavy duty Tide laundry detergent. I think it has OxyClean in it. For our normal laundry, I use a more natural cleaner. I use Branch Basics that's fragrance free and all of that. But for our cleaning cloths, I feel like I need something with a little bit more cleaning power and gets in there really deep and clean. So I do wash all of my microfiber cloths together, as well as our towels that I use in the kitchen. And I've gotten that question before, if I separate out the cloths that I use to clean the bathroom versus the kitchen when I wash them. And I don't. I toss everything together and just do it on like a heavy duty cycle. Will say though, to prolong the life of your microfiber cloths, to watch the heat settings on both the washer and the dryer. Especially on the dryer, if you could do like a very low temperature or an air only cycle. Typically you're not supposed to dry microfiber cloths with heat. And also, if you are into the color of my microfiber cloths and are looking for a really nice microfiber cloth that doesn't kind of catch on your fingers, if you have a weird thing with microfiber cloths, like I know some people do, the blue cloths are also available on my website. I created them myself. They're what I use to clean and I really love them. So I would love if you would consider supporting my business and repping sophisticated organization with some microfiber cloths.
They drag you in just to leave you feeling stupid. Hey, don't call me up. I know you know what you did, so I'm turning the radio up. Don't wanna hear it's too late for apologize. Lately I've realized that what goes around comes back around.
Last but not least, I needed to clean our guest bathroom, so the powder room on our main floor, as well as the basement. The basement one had not been cleaned in a while, so I really needed to get down there. The guest one I do clean regularly, but on bathroom day I wasn't able to get to it, so I needed to add that in today. And then down to the basement toilet, like I said, because that one doesn't even get flushed very often, so it does get that ring that you saw right around it.
I know they seem to understand now.
Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. like and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys later.